Hi guys, this is your main Max, aka Max. Welcome back to another video on the channel. So we have hot off the press leaks, right? Just half an hour before I record this video, right? That we have new center back evolutions coming. I'm gonna tell you guys, right, how to make coins off this. Also, right, the Evos that we have already gotten, right, on Friday at content drop, as well as what upcoming content we will see. So first thing I want to talk about is your Barella SBC that came out yesterday. 3-star, 3-star, high work rate. Overall, I think he is actually a very good card, right? If you take a look at his playstyles, right, he doesn't have too many of them. He is definitely a very good card, right? He actually plays very well in game. He's kind of similar to Bruno G, whereby their attacking and defensive AI, right, it's very good. The only downside to them, right, is the fact that they are 3-star, 3-star. So if you need a central midfielder from the Italian league, this is the guy for you. He's actually costing, right, about 300k. So I think that's a pretty fair price, right, for a meta card itself. Very good CDM or a box-to-box midfielder. Now, let's move ahead and talk about the big stuff, right? Your evolutions, right? So we have actually gotten your evolutions, right, on content drop, right? It was actually quite surprising. We have the striker one. So let's go through the striker one, right, and talk about which are the best players, right, to actually Evo. So if you take a look at this list, Gnabry is a really good one. Depay, right, Le Sommer, Guirassy, Kai Havertz. So all these are the popular ones / the ones that people are actually doing. So if we take a look at somebody like Guirassy, right, his price went absolutely, right, insane. From 12k, right, guys, all the way up to about 115k. And then he has actually, right, you know, dropped back down to about 50k, went up to about 80k. Right now he's chilling at about 74k. So what you guys would notice is there's lots of fluctuation, right, with all these Evo cards, especially, right, when it's, you know, leaked in a lot of Discord. So there's lots of like pump and dump, right? So I would say, right, be careful, be really careful. Evan Ferguson is another one that's actually half decent. João Pedro is another one that a lot of people are doing, right? If you take a look at Evan Ferguson, right, 2.7k up to about 6k, right, before crashing right back down. And then if we take a look at João Pedro, at how good this card is, right, if we actually take a look overall, right, it's actually a very fantastic card, right? 3-star, 4-star, high, medium. So why am I pulling this up? It's because, right, this evolution, right, has significantly, right, impacted his road to the knockout version. Of course, this one is 4-star, definitely a better card. But if you take a look at the price, right, he went from about 490, right, all the way down to about 445k, right, before dropping down further. Now, I would still say that because of the fact that this is a live card, right, there will still be certain amount of demand on it. If you're doing fluctuation trading with João Pedro, right, just be careful, right, because, right, if Brighton win their next game, right, and he gets his upgrade, right, that's probably the demand done for the card until, right, they can actually qualify from the group itself, right? So that's something that you should be careful in. Now, we also got the Centurions, right, attacking midfielder evolution. So for this one, right, Toon is one of the more popular ones. And then we also have Kai Havertz, which is super duper popular. Lee Kang-in is also another one. Eze, right? So all these are the more popular cards, right, that people are actually evoing for the camp. Paqueta as well. So basically, all these players that I'm going through with you guys right now, right, they have all seen a spike in price, right? If we take a look at Paqueta, 2k up to about 4.7k, right, before crashing back down, right, to about 800 coins. So what I want you guys to see is the fact that these cards fluctuate so much, right? They can go all the way up to about like 5 to 6k, right, before going back down to about discard price. So I'll talk more about this, right, in relation to how it's related, right, to the center back evolutions that we have just leaked. Now, talking about this, I want to share with you guys, right, the first L, right, that we have taken, right, in FC24. So those who are actually watching me live on Twitch, right, I actually called out a couple of cards. I called out Trossard and Richarlison. Bought Richarlison at about, you know, 3.3k to about 3.5k on average. I bought Trossard at about 2k to about 2.3, 2.4k. So they've actually dropped down a lot. I've actually already learned my lesson. So what's the lesson learned here? The lesson learned here is you have to aim for the cards, right, that are higher rated for the evolutions. So you possibly, right, if people can do 83, 84, 85 evolutions, right, there are not going to be so much demand, right, for your 80 and 81 rated. And again, I'm not afraid to show you guys, right, that we do lose coins, but it's actually very, very rare. It's fine, right? First L in FC24, we take the L and then we move on. Now, in regards to the evolution, right, I did point this out on my stream as well, right? I told the people on my stream, right, if we get the new team and Louis Dunk, right, is still the standout option for the Centurions upgrade, right, he's actually worth a pickup. He ran for about 38, 39, all the way up to about 45, right, before going further up to about 50k. So Louis Dunk, right, is actually in the mini release. So I see this card, right, possibly, right, going higher, right, within the next few days, right, as supply dwindle, right. Once you evo the card, he becomes untradeable. So that is something that you can actually, right, watch out for. I'll talk more about the Centurions evolution, right, for the new team, right, later on. I want to first talk about the big thing, right? Let's get this out of the way, right? The icon upgrade. We should be seeing this, right, later on at content drop. So it was about 157k, right, the last time it was here. So requirements, 85 and 86 rated squad. Comes out to about 157k. So is it possible that EA this time, right, they actually changed the requirements because that was what they did, right, with the hero SBC. So there's a possibility it might be an 86 and an 84 rated squad, right? But no way, right, I would say this SBC, right, comes below at, I would say probably 110 or 120k minimally. I think that will be the price. I don't think we'll be seeing a single squad like a single 88 squad. I don't think so, because it's very rare that we actually see a single squad, right, for icon SBCs. Now, also, we did get the Team of the Week player pick, right? I believe Friday at content drop as well. So this is also important, right? Because it actually, right, refreshes every single day, right, for the next 3 days. 83 rated squad, right? The second one, right, you actually can get put in an 85, which is the requirement for it. Now, knowing all these things, right, where should we be investing our coins into? So we'll start off with 83s for sure. Both console and PC players, right, I would say, right, go and get your 83s, right, at 1k max. Can basically, right, try to get them on bid, right, at about discard price, at about 850, I would say. Now, the next player, or next rating rather, is your 84s, right? So 84s, for both, right, your console and your PC players, right, try to get them at 3k max, right? 2.6k on bid, both console and PC players. Next rating that I like is actually, right, your 87s. So your 87s, right, for your console players, right, they are actually at about 17.5k right now, right? So try to get them on bid, right, at about 17k, right? Oberdorf is slightly up. PC players, 18.5k max, 17.5k on bid. Now, also, right, I did talk about Team of the Weeks as well, right? So they have actually, right, picked in price at about 15k. Right now, they are back down to about 11k. If you want to pick up Team of the Weeks, you know, 11k, it's not much of a risk, right? If they do get required, they're easily going to go up to about 13k or so, right? So you can pick up Team of the Weeks as well. Now, let's talk about Centurions Team 2, right? Centurions Team 2, and let's see, right, how is it going? I would say, right, the issue I have with this team, right, is the top tier, right, and the lowest tier, right, it's just too big of a gap. We have the likes of, you know, possibly Musiala, KDB, Bonmati, who is too expensive. The only really middle tier cards that we have, right, it's Chiesa and Korea, right, and then we have the discard ones. Olega Carmona, right, I would say it's probably up there, right, with Louis Dunk, right, as the best Centurions, right, to ever. So do look out for this card, especially, right, when she go out of packs, right, I would say that I might look at her, right, as a very good investment, especially if her price, right, continues to plummet, possibly to about 17 and 18k, right. I would really like her as an investment. We'll actually monitor the price. Also, right, we did some fluctuation trading, right, in the VIP trading Discord, right. I called this out. So we fluctuation trade, right, with Angel Korea. I actually told the people in my VIP trading Discord to try to pick up Korea at about 195k on console, 160k on PC, right? We basically bought and held on only, right, for a couple of hours, right? It was in a matter of hours. What happened? My guy, right, went all the way up to about 220k on console. Now on PC, right, he rose even more. He rose to 200k. So 10k profit for console players and 30k profit, right, for PC players. It was just in a matter of hours, right? So if you guys want such calls, right, do join up the VIP trading Discord. All you have to do is sub to me, right, on Twitch, and it's free, right, if you have actually Amazon Prime. All the details, right, will be down below as to how to do this. Let's talk about the mini release, right, that we'll be seeing later on today. So I'm really interested in Timo Werner because he's always a very meta card. I'd say he's possibly, right, one of the better, cheaper strikers, right, in the game. We have Gagado and Vargas as well. We also have Trejo coming as a SBC. I would say not too much hype about him because he plays for a club that is actually really hard to link. So those are the content, right, that we should be seeing, right, later on today. Now, let's talk a bit about the market, right? But I'm not going to go in too deep because we have so much stuff, right, to go through. So what I would say is this, right? As we get more and more evolutions, it will take away the demand, right, of the rest of the cards on the market itself, right? So when we get the striker evolutions, right, lesser and lesser people will go out to the market, buy strikers. If we get center backs, lesser people will go out to the market to buy center backs. So what you want to be careful with, right, is trading with cards that have evolutions, especially when they are really new. Right, last Monday, right, we actually got UEFA Champions League marquee matchups on the Monday, and it actually, right, made the market stagnant a bit on Monday. It actually didn't really go up that much. If I had to guess, I don't think we're gonna get UCL marquee matchups, right? If you guys remember, in FIFA 23, right, in the whole of FIFA 23, we only got 2 UCL marquee matchups, right? So again, road to the knockout cards, right, are the way to go. 100%, right? If you want to invest, if you want to slash flip, these are the cards that have the most demand. These are the cards that is actually, right, the safest, right? Now, I also do want to mention, right, the SBCs that we have gotten on Friday itself, right? Because they are actually pretty good value SBCs. The first SBC is Vidic. He was actually, right, on release, right, at about 345k, but because further prices is up, he's up to about 480k. I would say, right, he's actually a good value SBC, right? However, if I had to choose between Vidic and Blanc, I would say Blanc is better in game. 100% Blanc is better in game. So I'll complete Blanc. And I would say, right, perhaps one of the biggest surprise that I have is Jude Bellingham. So as expected, right, he got an 88 rated card. What I'm surprised, right, is the fact that, right, he's actually, right, so value for coins. If you guys watch my previous video, I said that he's gonna be 1 mil. He was actually, right, only 630k, right, on release, and right now he only costs, right, around 600k to complete because of the lower rated fodder dropping, right? So I would say, right, if you need a Jude Bellingham, you don't have base gold version Jude Bellingham, right, this is the SBC to go for. He's actually a very good, right, meta box-to-box midfielder, so good value SBC by EA there. Now, some possible content that we should be seeing later on today, right, it's actually your Centurions Cup as well, right? Typically, they drop on the second team, right, usually. So that should be something that we will see. I also want to talk about this Gerard Bowen, right, that we have gotten 4-star, 3-star, right. I would say, right, for objective card, right, this card is really good, right. It looks really good. So what you want to be doing, right, is you actually, right, want to look out for your James Ward-Prowse, right. He has actually risen, right, ever so slightly, 30k to about 33k. Lots of people are actually gonna do their link up, and yeah, I would say watch out for JWP. I think he's actually a good investment. Now, let's talk about the Evo leaks for center back that just literally, right, came out, right, half an hour ago. So the requirements: the max overall rating is a 83, max pace 79, max dribbling 75, max defending 84, max physicality is a 85. So what are the cards that will actually do well? Of course, I am recording this about 45 minutes. I would say right now it's about 45 minutes possibly, right, after the leaks. And these cards, right, have actually went up. So some of the good cards, I would say, right, to watch out for, right, are the likes of your Hermoso, right, Hermoso. And then we have the likes of Konate as well, right? Those are the cards that actually fit the criteria of this evolution. So Konate right now, right, he's at about 6k. How high will these cards go to? Of course, if there's lots and lots of demand, right, they will go up to extinct, right, at about 10k. So should you still be picking these cards up? I would say, right now, right, we have so many investors in the cards, and we don't know for sure, right, when the center back evolution is actually gonna come. If you actually go and take a look at the current center back evolution that we have, right, it's actually not scheduled to come, or rather, right, it's scheduled to expire, right, in about, I believe, right, about 10 days or so. So we might not see these later on at content drop. What I would say is this, right, guys, what I would say is this. We have a couple of cards that are basically, right, still at this card price that I think, right, could possibly go up. The likes of a Romero, right, is something that you can get. He's actually still pretty cheap. Of course, another tip that I can give you guys is go and get on bids, right? Just go and get on bids for these cards. And you can possibly, right, win them. That will be what I will be saying. So if we actually take a look at some of the cards, and you see, right, Gravio right now, he's how much? At about, yeah, he's basically, right, going extinct. Any card that is so high, right, 8k, 9k, right, think about it, right, the only much profit that you can get, right, is about 1k, right, if the max price range is about 10k. So I wouldn't pick cards like Gravio right now, right? And if we actually don't get them, right, within the next few days, right, you're gonna lose so much coins, right? I'm just telling you guys how it is. So even for your informs, right, I think they are actually half decent pickup, right, because they actually fulfill that criteria. Medina, right, Todibo. I will be watching these cards very, very closely, whether is it in the Discord or whether is it on my stream. So if you guys want the latest on all this, I'll let you guys know, right, as to what to do, right, with all these cards. But basically, right, all the cards that I'm going through with you guys right now, right, are the cards that I think, right, would do very, very well. I think they will definitely, right, be up there, right, as the cards that will actually have lots and lots of demand. So as you guys can see, right, you can get on bids. You can get on bids for Akanji, right, at about 4k. And right now, right, I believe he's going for about, what, 5k plus? Yeah, 5k, right? So that is something that you can do. So question is, another question you guys might have is when to sell these cards. For me, right, it's very easy. If the card max price range is 10k, once it hits 8k, 7k, right, I would possibly sell, because this is the thing, right, guys. We will never know for sure which are the cards, right, that will go extinct at 10k, right? It's just a fact. If you spend 5 to 6k on the card, it hits 8k, right, and you don't take your profit, right, there's a very high chance, right, that the card might come down like half in price, like you guys saw, right, with Richarlison and Trossard. For me, I would always sell into the hype, right? I would just sell before the thing comes, because you never know what the outcome will be. That is me. If you are a risk taker, then go ahead and take the risk, right? Let's move on and talk about the huge pack that we have gotten yesterday. This 350k pack called the Elite Centurions Week 2 pack. Now, this pack, right, there was some issue because, right, it was supposed to give you 386 rated and higher, and there were lots of people, right, who have gotten 2. So EA has already, right, tweeted this out saying that if you got less than 386 rated players, they will actually, right, compensate you. Right now, right, you guys shouldn't go and buy this pack because they have already, right, fixed this error. So that is another piece of news. And yeah, in general, right, I would say that the market, right, will keep going down. Your fluctuation trading, right, still works. Just make sure that you remember to sell your cards. And like I say, focus on your road to the knockout cards, right? These are the cards that have the best demand. So that's all from me. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you guys want to see more content on the channel, hit that sub button. We are in the weekend league period right now. I've actually just dropped my 16 wins weekend league tactics, right? I've tested this on both new gen and old gen. I even go into what are some of the players that are actually really suitable for that kind of formation. So do check that video out. I'll leave the link above, right? And I'll see you guys soon, alright? Take care, guys.